Now we are going to use our fine liner and pens to draw all the mandala patterns and basic shapes. So let's start with this particular area. Now this is going to be a regular mandala, so you can use any of the basic shapes, any of the patterns of your choice. So let's start with the innermost layer, and I'm since the innermost layer is very very small, we are going to take 4 sections of this particular you can take 3 to 4 sections to just draw one basic shape. So now I'm going to just take 1, 2, 3 and 4 sections and draw this basic shape. So 1, 2, 3, and this is going to be 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the size, the width of all your shapes and patterns depends upon your choice and also depends upon the grid, but the grid that we have made is the 10 degree standard grid. So according to that, I would suggest you to use 4 sections in the first layer to draw one basic shape. Now you can use any of the basic shapes of your choice. We are going to use the floral petal. Now we are going to repeat the same. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So very carefully we are going to draw all the basic shapes. If you don't feel comfortable, you can draw all the basic shapes and patterns with the pencil and then just outline, but if you feel confident enough, just go for it and use a pen. Take your time. Make sure that if you are using a pen, so make sure that you are extra careful. So again 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when you reach like 2 sections, just make the curve. So in this way all the basic shapes are aligned and symmetrical. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So make sure to take your time. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So count the number of sections for accuracy. One, 2, 3 and 4. And the last one. So in this way you can see that all the petals of your mandala are exactly same to each other, and you have also maintained the symmetry. So whenever you draw any kind of mandala, just make sure to align it and make it symmetrical as much as possible. So if you are choosing 4 sections for one basic shape, make sure to choose 4 sections and just count it every time. So now we are going to move on to the second layer. Now for the further layers it is going to be easier, as you just need to join these 2 points and draw the basic shape. Now in mandala layering as well, you have 2 choices. You can either just draw the outline as well and draw basic shape in every layer in a different way, or you can just join the layers by layers by without drawing the outlining. So these kind of layering also I have discussed in my mandala art for beginners course. So if you are totally new to this mandala, I would suggest you to take that course first and build your foundation and then draw this design. So for this we are going to just draw it without the outline. So you just need to draw the same basic shape and just join the these 2 points. So in this way you can join these 2 layers without drawing the outline. So we are going to repeat the same. So basically you are drawing the same petal just in a bigger size. You can also choose any other basic shape. So this is going to be a regular mandala, so don't worry about the basic shapes and patterns. Feel free to choose uh, your favorite basic shapes and patterns. So in this way you can join the two layers of a mandala without drawing any outline, or for that matter. So now as you can see that the outer layer is pretty big and we have a pretty good amount of space. So what you can do is you can just continue, you can just also just draw bigger basic shape by repeating the same process. But since it will be a really big it will be a really big space, you can just draw the outline and then maybe draw just take two sections and draw a basic shape. So in this way I have told you all the two ways of joining layers. You can either join layers without drawing the outline, or you can draw the outline and then just draw the basic shape without worrying. So now we are just going to do the same. Draw the outline. First draw the outline, so go section by section and just use the pen over the pencil lines. So take your own time and make sure that it is circular. So instead of drawing the entire circle at once, if you go section by section, it will be better. So now basically you have just made this section separate from the outer section. So now you can either take 3 sections, or you can take 1 section or 2 section, whatever you want, and just draw the basic shape. So now we are going to take 2 sections because that will be enough, not too wide or not too narrow. Feel free to experiment with the grade, with the size of the basic shape, and you can also choose any of the basic shape and patterns of your choice. So now you see that why the grid is the most important part of a mandala, because all of the symmetrical patterns and shapes that you are drawing, the grid makes sure that all of them are symmetrical and all the basic shapes and patterns are of the same size. So this was your basic shape for the last layer. Now since this is a dream catcher mandala, you have to make sure that this circle you have to outline it so that it gives that circular effect. So for that we are going to outline the outer circle just like we outlined the previous layer. This just go section by section and take your time in outlining. And also outline this inner portion as well. So just like all the layers, just draw tiny portions and complete all the outlining of your mandala. So this was the outer portion, the basic shape of your upper mandala. So when you have decided and completed all the basic shape portion of the upper mandala, we just need to double outline it. Now double outlining is always a choice and it is always an option, but I always suggest you to go through do the double outlining as well, as it adds and highlights all the layers and patterns really well. So it is an option, but I would suggest you to do this because it highlights all the patterns and all the layers really well, and it looks more neat and clean. So we are just going to double outline all the basic shapes. So take your time and enjoy the process. Feel free to play some music in the background if you feel bored. That's perfectly fine. You don't need to judge yourself for that. Just make sure that you are drawing at your own speed, at your own pace, and you are enjoying the process. And please take breaks if you need. So we are just going to outline all the layers. Now the outlining should not be too thick, otherwise the pattern, you won't be getting enough space to draw the fillers and the motifs inside. We are also going to do the same in the last layer as well. So this was the double outlining, and with this we have completed the basic shape drawing of our big mandala. Now we are going to draw the basic shapes in the smaller circle as well. So this is going to be a really small mandala, so you just need to draw the basic shape on the outer layer, and the inner layer would be the center pattern. So the same you can use the same basic shape or the same or another basic shape for that matter. So we are just going to do the same in this mini mandala as well. So this is just a tiny mandala, so the process hence remains the same. Now again, if you don't feel comfortable, feel free to use a pencil and then use a pen over it. And again in this area as well, we are going to outline the circles. Like this, and make sure that the outer circle is outlined too, because this is a circular round mandala in your dream catcher. So once you have completed the basic drawing, you can either double outline it, or you can just leave as it is. But as I always say, that double outlining adds and highlights the pattern, so we are going to do that here as well. Feel free to pause the video, rewind, or if you have already completed it, feel free to move on to the next part. So make sure to just move at your own pace. Now the basics shape portion of this tiny mandala is also complete.